Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Observe and Report with yours truly, Mr. Nobody, the guy who has no name because it doesn't matter what his name is. All that matters is what he says, and even that doesn't matter. But without further ado, here's Mr. Nobody. All right, everybody, welcome to Observe and Report with yours truly, Mr. Nobody, the guy who has no name because it doesn't matter what my name is. It really doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But I tell you, I've been observing a lot of things lately, and I've been noticing a pattern. Now, there's a lot of people out there that may understand what I'm talking about when I continue. And there may be some people out there that are going, what the hey, well, I'll tell you what, man, those people that are like, step aside for a second. Or if you're curious, stick around because it just very well might make sense. All right, guys. So over the last, 5, 6, maybe 7 years, during the end of the Barack Obama era, during the Trump era, and now during the Biden era here. And I am not afraid to say his name. I'm not afraid to say anybody's name. Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, bring it. All right, Salty Cracker. Shout out to you. You got a lot of good points out there. I just want to let you know that Mr. Nobody is a fan. So, putting that out there, we're going to talk about some patterns here and try to paint the bigger picture for the rest of you, small-minded people who are just basting and vasting in the extremities of being masked and being under this collar, in which is your phone, and tapped in to the system and getting yourselves prepped for the next big thing. Now, guys, re-election coming up in Canada, right? Stuff happening in the States that actually might be straightening out in the near future as a surprise to the Democrats, because you see, as I've said before on Observe and Report, there have been things that have been going on in the past that really, add up now, don't they? Don't they? And now Biden's sitting there wondering what he's going to do. Kamala's sitting there wondering what she's going to do. And I'm not just talking about the person individual. I'm talking about their whole industry, they think they know what they're doing, but they don't. You see, they gave in. Okay. They gave in. They bent the knee and they gave in. Bent the knee, wore the colors. Guys, do you see this pattern? Now, what has happened? Okay, we had Notre Dame get taken down. We've had all kinds of fires all over the place. We had the capital of America, the capital, D.C., get taken over. What? We had fraudulent mishaps happening between voting during this coronavirus thing. Talk about a great tool, eh? A great tool. Now, guys, open your minds here. What's going on now in Afghanistan? Now, this group, the Taliban group has now taken over their capital there, and they've taken over the country. Now, do you see this pattern, ladies and gentlemen? They've got America now. Uh-oh. What? Is that what I said? Yes, I did. I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, yeah, hold up. You know what? It should be America first, but I will leave that secret for last because you guys are idiots and walked right into it. What's going on in Afghanistan is another step that the Taliban is taking. You see, it's quite very well possible that the Taliban is connected everywhere. And now they're taken over by country, by country, by capital, by capital, by capital. Am I not wrong, Mr. Salty Cracker? I hope you can hear me out there because I am hashtagging you in this video. Down below, ladies and gentlemen, because he knows I am right. Because he's probably going to say the same thing. And, up here in Canada, since we are, going through this phase where everybody's getting a mandatory vaccination, and now there's a re-election, and look at the candidates in the re-election. Oh, my gee, God help Canada. We are a prison state, ladies and gentlemen. All the regulations, all the stuff, everything you have to have done, You see, when people make choices, they don't realize the big picture in the end is going to affect everybody around the world, right? And then all of a sudden, you got the media with the distractions, left, right, left, right, left, right. It ain't like that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to wake up. Okay, there are lefties out there that don't like lefties, and there are lefties that don't like those lefties that don't like those lefties. Do you get it? Which means there's good and bad people on either side, on the right as well. People running in the background, their money, the cryptocurrencies. If you guys would just shut it down, none of this information would get out. But now, well, you know what? A lot of people downloaded a lot of information. So is it too late to shut down the internet? Should we shut down the internet? Should we be shutting down these Taliban people once and for all? Shouldn't we be coming together, recognizing that this is a pattern? Because, in the UK, it's happening there too. What's going to happen when it gets taken over? What's going to happen when the people of Russia decide to say, hey, you know what? We're going to do this. And what if China itself is under siege? Ho, 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 ho. We have no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Hollywood's gone so far. They've gone completely far, paying these actors who, in my view, seem like double agents. And I don't know. It seems that way. I mean, they learn a lot. They train a lot. They learn how to act. So it's easy to, convince other people from other countries that they're meaningless and harmless. Right? You know what I mean? And then, making movies, but they're also doing other stuff while they're sitting in their motel rooms. So, yeah, I hate to say, am I not right, Salty? Salty. I mean, this is just clear evidence. There's so much evidence out there. And if they shut down the internet even, what would have imprisoned everybody in their own regions and then started doing stuff like that's the only way you can control the internet is if you regionalized everybody on the internet. Boop. But then again, that's not freedom, is it, ladies and gentlemen? Would that mean that there was a wall between me and the rest of the world? Because I've never been outside of Ontario. I'll tell you that right. That's a fact right there. And let's say I want to send a message to Florida via electronically. Well, they ain't going to let it through, are they? Nope. They're not. Not with that wall. Get ready for it, guys. It's coming. And I have to say, man, it's coming. You guys are all going to realize these regulations, you're buying your houses, you're buying your properties. As soon as you buy your properties and stuff like that, you're under another contract. What's wrong with renting, guys? And what's wrong with these landlords keeping their rent at a certain point? And what's wrong with tenants actually being citizens in their lives, okay? and actually being good with what they're doing, and being good to the landlord, repairing whatever needs to be repaired instead of having an attitude, and not being a fucking gimp douchebag punching holes into walls and smoking bongs and leaving your shit everywhere. Playing, do you see what I'm saying? If you're going to be a low life and continue on living that low life, then you might as well just, forget that about responsibility and let yourself get arrested. Let yourself get into trouble. Let yourself go and, do what you need to do, to survive, right? Live in the bush. We'll hunt for rabbits. I'm just being real, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just being real. And, I don't know who's going to listen to this. I don't know, buddy. You never know. You never know. I do know that in the former channel of Observe and Report on YouTube and the former channels that I've had here on Speaker Studio, a lot of people downloaded my stuff and taken my information into consideration, and a lot of things have transpired, which worries me. And I have to say right now, since I am on the ball with things, guys, salty cracker, on the ball. Think I don't see things? I see them. It's just some things you just can't control, right? It's just happening because, stupid people making stupid decisions in the White House, in Parliament, in wherever other major country has a major place that makes decisions. It's all corrupt. Everybody wants to get their dick sucked, and they'll pay top dollar for it, right? Right. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining me here on this, very, very intriguing insight on, this Taliban stuff, It's coming back, guys. And before you know it, it's going to be Taliban America. I don't know. I've already called, with the whole China stuff, I've already called America Chamerica and Canada Chanada, because that was a tape. But you know what? Now I'm thinking it's more than that, especially with the flash election here in Canada. Justin Trudeau, who's crooked as all hell, he already knows he wants to lock down everybody. I think he's taking it kind of personal. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he heard all those videos I posted in the past. He heard all those podcasts I posted in the past. It wouldn't put it past that Kamala and Biden and Trump have heard everything I've said. So, guys, salty. I don't know what to say, man. But yeah, I think we got bigger problems. And, yeah. Hey, thank you very much for listening. Take care now. This is Observe and Report with Mr. Nobody. And remember, I'm the guy who has no name because it doesn't matter what my name is. Booyaka, booyaka, boom.